Welcome to the United States of America, the land of the free, the home of the brave, and the world headquarters for people who can't go to the bathroom without a digital standing ovation. Look at us. We've traded the gold standard for the double tap standard. We used to build skyscrapers and moon rockets. Now we build a personal brand based on a picture of a lukewarm avocado toast and a filter that makes us look like we haven't been crying in a CVS parking lot for 40 minutes. You're not scrolling for content, Dave. You're scrolling for a hit of that sweet, sweet dopamine that tells you your existence isn't a total statistical error. We've become a nation of digital panhandlers, shaking our virtual tin cups for a little bit of validation from people we didn't even like in high school. It's the American Dream 2.0. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of being perceived as living my best life. But let's be real. Your best life involves sweatpants with a mysterious bleach stain and a Netflix account you're still stealing from your ex. You're not looking for a like. You're looking for a jury of your peers to find you not guilty of being a loser. It's pathetic, it's beautiful, and it's the most American thing we've done since putting cheese in the crust of a pizza. Think about it. We've outsourced our self-esteem to a server farm in Silicon Valley. We're literally letting an algorithm decided by a guy named Todd who wears a hoodie in July determine if we're allowed to feel good today. If the numbers are high, you're a golden god, a titan of industry, a visionary. If the numbers are low, you're basically a sentient pile of garbage waiting for the trash collector of social irrelevance. It's a stock market for your soul. And buddy, you're trading at a loss. And don't get me started on the influencers, those people who act like they've decoded the Matrix because they found a ring light at Target. They're out here giving life advice like they're the Dalai Lama with a sponsorship deal for gummies that supposedly make your hair grow, but mostly just give you diarrhea. They tell you to be authentic while standing in front of a rented Lamborghini in a zip code they can't afford to breathe in. It's a feedback loop of lies, and we're all huddling around the glow of our screens like cavemen around a fire that doesn't actually provide any heat. We're so desperate for that blue-lit approval that we've forgotten how to actually exist in the physical world. Have you seen a sunset lately? Nobody looks at the sun anymore. They look at the phone at the sun to make sure the sun is framing their face correctly for the golden hour post. If a tree falls in the woods and nobody posts a reel about it with a lo-fi hip-hop beat, did it even make a sound? Probably not. In fact, the tree probably feels like a failure because it didn't get enough engagement from the local squirrels. We've reached peak absurdity. We have people filming themselves doing random acts of kindness, which is just a fancy way of saying, I'm using this homeless guy as a prop for my engagement metrics. If you help someone and don't film it, did you even help them? According to the internet, no. You're just a guy who gave someone $20 and wasted a perfectly good content opportunity. We're turning empathy into a commodity, and the exchange rate is freaking depressing. And hey, speaking of things that actually matter, unlike your cousin's 4th of July barbecue photos, if you're enjoying this deep dive into our collective mental breakdown, hit that subscribe button. It's the only way to ensure I don't end up living in a cardboard box under the 405, and it gives you that tiny fleeting spark of joy from clicking a button. See? Even I'm doing it. We're all in the simulation, baby. Now, back to the madness. Look at the way we talk now. We don't have conversations, we have takes. We don't have friends, we have followers. It's like we're all running for a local office that doesn't exist, campaigning to a constituency of bots and people who are only following us so they can feel better about their own miserable lives. We're so hungry for approval that we'll literally eat Tide Pods or dance in traffic if it means some teenager in Ohio might leave a fire emoji in the comments. It's an artificial ego boost, a digital Botox for your personality. But just like real Botox, eventually the muscles freeze up and you can't show any real emotion anymore. You're just a static image of happiness, terrified that if you show one crack, one moment of genuine human struggle, the algorithm will cast you into the outer darkness where the only thing to watch is unboxing videos from 2014. We've become addicted to the notification. That little red dot is the modern-day equivalent of a hit of crack. Oh, look, someone liked my picture of a cat sleeping. I am loved. I am seen. My parents' divorce wasn't my fault. Then 10 minutes pass, the high wears off, and you're back to being a ghost in a machine, wondering why your life doesn't feel as vibrant as the saturated photos on your Explore page. Spoiler alert, it's because those photos are filtered to hell, and the person who posted them is currently eating cold beans over a sink. We're living in a giant high-definition hall of mirrors where everyone is trying to convince everyone else that they're winning while everyone is secretly losing. It's a race to the bottom of a shallow pool. We've traded privacy for publicity and intimacy for impressions. You'd rather have 1,000 strangers tell you you're pretty than have one actual friend tell you your breath smells like an old shoe. Because the strangers represent the great cloud of approval, and the friend is just real. And reality is boring. Reality doesn't have a Clarendon filter. In the 50s, the American dream was a house with a white picket fence. In the 80s, it was a Porsche and a brick-sized cell phone. Now it's a verified checkmark and a comment section that isn't a total dumpster fire. We've downsized our dreams until they fit on a 6-inch screen. We're a country of 330 million people all screaming, "Look at me," at the same time, wondering why it's so loud and nobody is listening. You're not looking for likes, America. You're looking for a hug, but you're settled for a digital thumb. You're looking for meaning in a world that sells you likes as a substitute for character. You think that if you just get enough followers, the emptiness will go away, but it's like trying to fill a swimming pool with a squirt gun. It just makes everything wet and disappointing. So, what's the move? Do we throw our phones in the ocean and move to a commune in Vermont? Please, we wouldn't last 2 hours without knowing what the weather's going to be like or being able to Google, "Is this mole cancerous?" We're hooked. We're the lab rats who learned to press the button for the sugar pellet, and now we're just pressing it until our tiny rat hearts explode. But maybe, just maybe, we could admit it. Admit that we're all just insecure weirdos looking for a sign that we matter. Maybe we could stop pretending that our personal brand is anything more than a desperate plea for attention. Stop treating your life like a PR campaign and start treating it like, a life. One that happens when the screen is black and the only like that matters is the one you give yourself when you look in the mirror, even if you do look like a thumb with a hangover. But who am I kidding? I'm going to check the analytics on this video the second I'm done. I'm going to see if the retention graph stayed high or if you all dipped out when I started talking about the tree in the woods, because I'm a victim too. We're all trapped in this neon-lit casino betting our sanity on a share button. So go ahead, post that selfie. Tell the world you're blessed while you're actually stressed, depressed, and poorly dressed. Get your 47 likes, feel that 3-second rush of heat in your chest, then watch it fade away as you scroll past a video of a golden retriever doing a backflip, realizing that the dog has more social capital than you'll ever have. Welcome to the future. It's shiny, it's fast, and it's completely hollow. But hey, at least the resolution is incredible.